Wow.
And we're back. Monday morning, Bob Zdora's here. Bob Rock'n'Roll, Scooter Callis, myself. And it's time for This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zdora. Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z-Team for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. Howdy.
That's the number that you wanted to call. You want to use that for if you're buying, if you're selling, if you have just questions and you're curious about what if and how do I, and we can help you with all of that. That's what we do. We help people through situations. We've been using the tag of the right house at the right time, and that goes whether you're buying or selling. That's the way it works. And so we had a busy weekend. I was out with some people, and we sold. We have a house under contract, I should say, that wasn't listed. Linda had gone out and talked to the people about some things to do, and they called on Friday to find out about getting on the market and when's the best time. Should we wait till spring, and fees, and just all the questions that people have. So we had them come into the office, and we went over their situation because everyone's unique. And as we were learning some information about them, I learned where the house was, and I said, well, I got somebody who might actually be interested in that. That's kind of what we've been looking for. And so we showed the house, and roundabout way, took a little while, and house is under contract now. So actually it wasn't listed, so now we're going in today to list it. But obviously that's an outlier. But what had happened was when Linda went out there to the house to take a look to help them out, she gave them, you talked about her being a stager, and when she went out there, she told the woman, these are the things that you should do. You can't say you got to do. We encourage people to make you more successful. These are things you want to do. So she had told Linda, she says, well, I got about 85, 90% of the things that you suggested are done. So when we walked into the house, I mean, it was just smashing. Walk in and you get that, look when you go in. Mm-hmm. And my people were, when they start walking around and placing furniture, and in any client, when they start walking around and placing furniture, that's a pretty good, strong buy signal that they're very interested in this house. We looked at a few other houses, obviously, throughout the past couple of weeks, but I knew. I mean, when if we put this and we move the TV from there, we can put it over here. So those, like I said, those are good signals for buyers and sellers. But that's what Linda does, and she does it very, very well. And it's kind of funny. People will stop me and they'll go, "You're that guy." Or I see you on TV, or I hear you on the radio, and I know you. But I've never had anybody come up and say, we're together, and say, God, I saw your pictures, and they're so nice, to Linda. So if you see Linda, just mention how nice the picture. Look at the magazine, look at the different ads that we take out and stuff. And just give her a little loving to just to preach, because that's where the work comes from. I mean, she was up last night till 9 o'clock.
They never see the person behind the scenes.
Exactly.
You know that?
Exactly. They're like, as we were just talking about you back there now, with me standing there, saying,
Well, sometimes it's a good thing.
Well, that's true. Sometimes you don't want to see how the sausage gets made, but I can speak for as far as our business and my honey. That's okay to take a look at that. It's an unusual circumstance, obviously. It has happened, but it doesn't happen very often. And then we've had situations where we're dealing with a client, and the seller is for sale by owner, and they just don't. You end up doing all the work, and they don't know that when you're telling them that this has got to get done, it's like they don't trust you. They're like you're trying to get something over on them, and that's been difficult.
Well, let me point out, this
Very
is why
difficult.
you go to real estate school and learn.
Well, that's why you, as a client, for your best interest, is to use a realtor.
Mm-hmm. Because you're the professional.
Exactly. I mean, I don't go to the barber and think that he's not going to do. Actually, in my case, she's not going to do the right thing. I don't go to the restaurant. I don't go in the kitchen and say, "Hey, you should be cooking these eggs this way and not that way." That's what I go there and I pay for that, so that I get what I want. Mm-hmm. And people think that, I'll just put a for sale by owner sign out in front, and people will just come and knock on my door and buy my house. Bob says the market's moving right along. The market's moving right along for those that have their property out there for people to find, who can bring a pre-approved buyer. I know that my guy can buy this house. There's no question about that. We know that going in. If you're for sale by owner and people just coming up, knock on the door and trying to come in, and you don't know them from Adam, and they say, "Oh yeah, I'm good for it. I got an aunt who's dying, and as soon as she goes, I'm going to get the estate, or I've got a settlement coming from a slip and fall." Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you want to kind of keep that in mind, that it's not quite as easy as it looks. I don't particularly like strangers just coming to my door trying to come into my house. You can put a sign out that it says by appointment only, and then you can sit there with that sign out in front of your house for a very long time.
Has there been any successful for sale by owner?
Oh, there have been some, but the numbers of those that are successful to those that end up coming to a realtor are way higher for those who end up coming to a realtor, because the reason you put that sign in front of your house, the reason you decided is we're going to sell, because we're going to go to Cleveland, we're going to go whatever it is you're going to do, we have health issues. There's any number of reasons why people sell homes. The reason you're doing that is because you want to do that. So you get no credit for having the sign out in front of your house, whether it's for sale by owner, or a Century 20, one of my signs sitting out in front of your house, and it just sits there. You get no credit for being on the market for a long time. I talked to somebody yesterday. She says, "Well, we figured we'd be on the market for about 3 years." I says, "Where did you get that number from?" "Well, that's what I thought, because I know that there weren't that many houses at this price point that sell." But people just have these numbers and these ideas just there. I don't know how they get them. They come through osmosis, I guess. Use a professional realtor. Use the Z-Team, obviously, but it's much easier on you, because the for sale by owner that we're dealing with, there's attorneys now, because they're going to do the part of the work, and it's just, things go much better for everybody when everybody knows what they're doing.
You know,
let the
details to
professionals
handle.
do what they're going to do. Right.
Yeah.
Right. So those are things to keep in mind. As far as the presentation on houses and what Linda does, I've seen her really do some marvelous stuff, and the pictures are of the properties. We don't just make stuff up and put it in there. But as far as showing the properties in the best light, we were in a house with some people yesterday, and they were walking through, and they're trying to guess where were the pictures taken from, because they're sitting at home online looking at things, trying to figure out, was this to the back of the house? It looks like it's off to the side. And then when we go in, it's like, oh, how would you know that room was over there? There's like a little breakfast nook. And how would you know that was there because of the way the picture was taken? It was like just the rooms. Well, whereas if you came back a little bit, you could have seen like the part of the kitchen counter and thing. And it was a game to them, going through the houses and looking at the pictures, different things. And Linda's she's pretty demanding on her pictures. She makes sure that her stuff is together, and things like bathrooms and toilet seats are huge. Those are the kind of things that you want to make the best presentation of these properties. So, again, I ask you to give us a call. Take a look at the website. I mean, really, we laugh and joke about the fog because it hasn't been as good as the past couple of days as we would like it to be. The view is going to get better later in the day, and when you're on there, if you're looking at rain, like Scooter said, and there's storms up there, take a look. Take a look at the presentation on our properties. All the MLS is on our website. Every house here in our area is on there, and our homes are all featured in our own little section there. And take a look and see the difference, and see the difference that the Z-Team can make to help you be a successful seller. And that's really what this is all about. That was why you called a realtor to begin with, was to sell your home. And that's what we do.
I know you'd mentioned before or a little while ago about going in and telling her, hey, these are the things that need to get done. Yes. And I stress quite often in the morning show about how you're smart if you're deciding and looking to sell, to have you guys come out and take a look at the house before you start doing remodeling.
Oh yeah, don't be taking on big projects without.
On top of the things you're going to say, hey, these are the things that should get done. You're also going to talk about the things that don't need to get done,
yes.
and that could save you a ton of money.
Exactly.
In your mind, you want everything perfect. but you know what they're looking for and what they're going to probably change later. So don't waste your money doing everything. Let them come out and they will walk you through the details that really should be done to help sell the home, or that will bring you extra value for that home.
Right.
But there's some things that just won't, and you're going to waste a ton of money, and it's really not needed.
Yeah, people will say, well, we're going to redo the kitchen beforehand. No, don't, because you don't know what the difference between your taste and your potential buyer's taste may be.
Yep.
You may put $20,000 into a kitchen. One, you're never going to get that $20,000, the full $20,000 back. Secondly, somebody may come in and take a look and go, why did they use that? I wanted marble. They used granite. And I don't like white cabinets. So they're going to come in. They're going to redo it anyway. They like the whole rest of the floor plan, and then you want to raise the price to try to cover that money that you put into it. The only thing that I will call out to people and tell them that I know need to get done, if I see safety things that I know the inspectors are going to call out, if I see there's no ground faults in the kitchen, if it's an older house and it needs to be upgraded, those kind of things I'll mention to people. You need to get that done, or carpeting where it's bunched up. Things that can be hazards, gutters, because I know they're going to call out gutters. I know they're going to call out the downspouts. Those types of things. Maybe a little paint in the hallway, on a door, this and that. But as far as big projects, don't start them and then think that it's going to pay off in the long run. You're better to make that correction with money by reducing the price, selling the house and moving on to whatever the next phase is of your life that you're looking to do. Exactly. Putting that money into your new kitchen. That's exactly right, Dale. Because you're going to move it. You're buying 85% of the house. If you like the location, you like the neighborhood, you like the floor plan, the yard, those types of things, that's what you're buying. The other 15% you're going to personalize. Whether you're going to come in and paint the walls chartreuse, whatever the case may be, because it's yours. And you're going to make it yours. It could be a brand new house, and you're going to go in and you're going to make it yours. That's what you want to do. The plantings outside. You want some color, but you don't want the trees growing in the gutters. Those are the kind of things that Bob's going to come in and say, get those things cleaned up. Boxes put away. Different things that my honey comes up with that has helped people in so many situations to be able to move on to that next phase. I mean, it's pretty cool what the work she does.
Let's look at some numbers.
Yes, sir. This week in real estate, there were 35 new listings came on, 7 parcels of land, a commercial property. 27 homes came on the market. They came on in a range from $25,000 to $300,000. One came on as active contingent, and that's been now a number of weeks where things are coming on. And I know there's going to be at least one that's going to come on this next week that's going to come on as active contingent. Average price coming on the market this week was $168,000. There were 36 sales, 4 parcels of land, 32 homes sold this past week. Nice bump from last week even. Those homes sold in a range from $50,000 to $399,000. Average sale price was $154,000 with 93 days on market. So when you look at that coming into this time of year, you can see there's still activity. There's people that are coming here from other places that have sold their home. They're coming here to buy. $4.9 million in residential real estate closed this past week. 15 properties expired.
That's almost $5 million.
Yeah, exactly. It actually was like 4.9 and really, really close to going over. 38.6 a penny. There's listings in Missouri. You can give my honey a call. Her and Darlene are both listed in Missouri, and they can help you out if you're looking to buy, sell. We can help with either of that. There's currently 553 homes that are listed on the MLS. So there's homes that are out there. You want to be the one that sticks out from the others with its price and presentation is one of the things that we do so well. Year to date, there's been 920 homes have sold for $137.1 million. Average time on market is 133 days. The average sale price was $149,000. Last year, great year last year, there had been 896 homes had sold, so you could 24 more homes have sold this year for $122 million with 147 days on market. Average sale price last year was $136. So you can see the days on market, the crunch, and it's bringing the prices up they're not. I mean, we're not California, we're not Las Vegas, we're not Miami, Phoenix, some of these places where they've had these stupid rises. But I think that helped us when the recession hit us here. We got hurt, but we didn't get crushed like some of these other places did. Even places like in Fayetteville, where you had contractors come in with bags full of keys for some of these subdivisions that they just couldn't sell, and go into the bank and say, "Here you go." So, and we didn't have. I mean, some of the builders got hurt having too many spec homes out. The guys that were prudent must be prudent, and they were able to survive and have done very well. And the same thing in our real estate business. It's the same thing. We've had blessed in a lot of ways, and just keep in your lane, do what you do it well, and things will work out.
Location, phone number, and website.
Location is the end of that telephone. Give my honey a call. She's at 870-405-0793. Check out the website, retiretoarkansas.net. And we're at the main office over here across the street from McDonald's next to Diamond Head. Please call, because it sounds like we're just sitting in there waiting for the phone to ring. We're out working. And if you do go, ask for the Z-Team, and they can connect you to us, or whatever it is we got to do. We'll set up appointments and come and see you. You can come see us. We'll go from there.
Sounds good. Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z-Team, 870-405-0793, retiretoarkansas.net. Be right back.